It's the Sam and Sadie Show, starring Jack Clark and Juliet Hingley as Sam and Sadie.
Hello there, everyone. Welcome back. Hope you've all had a pleasant week. Around here, things have been a little bit tense lately. Sadie is mad at me because I scolded her for going over our allowed spending budget. You see, there's been an increase in door-to-door solicitors lately in our neighborhood, and when they come to our door and meet Sadie, well, let's just say sharks can always sense an easy kill. For example, just last week, Sadie bought a box of unbreakable combs. And do you know how he got her to buy these combs? By actually breaking one during his demonstration to her of how unbreakable they are. Let me explain. You see, the gentleman takes the comb and starts bending it back and forth to show her all the aspects of the comb when it actually snaps in half in his hands. Without skipping a beat, he told Sadie, "I just wanted to show you what the comb looked like on the inside." Sadie was so taken in by his willingness to show her the entire product that she actually bought an entire box. The very next day, a man comes to the door and tells Sadie, "My company is having a mammoth sale." So, you guessed it, we now have a giant stuffed mammoth in our living room. Lastly, Sadie buys a brand new thermos from this gentleman who tells her, "It's an excellent way to keep hot things hot and cold things cold." Sadie thought it'd be a great way to carry her coffee and popsicles together in the same container. So, as you can see, Sadie just has trouble saying no to these swindlers. Only once has she turned someone down. This gentleman was selling pocket calculators. Sadie told him, "I don't need those because I already know how many pockets I have." Oops, I better stop talking about her. Here she comes now. Hello there, Sadie, honey. Are you still mad about me with the conversation we had?
No, dear, I'm not. I understand now perfectly. You just don't like any of the things I buy for you.
Now, Sadie, that's not true at all.
Well, name one thing that I bought for you recently that you liked.
I love the new belt you bought me for my birthday.
Oh, good. Do let me know when that one wears out.
I think it'll be a while before I need another.
Well, that's too bad because I'd like to give you a belt right now.
Sadie, surely there's something I can do to make this up to you.
Well, now that you mentioned it, I could use your help with this word quiz. I've been having some problems with some of the answers.
Absolutely. I would love to if I could. I always consider myself a bit of an English virtuoso.
Well, don't feel bad. I'm not that good in English either.
Just forget it. What's the first one you need help with?
I need a word that fits this definition. A person with attributions of motivation, characteristics, or behavior to inanimate objects, animals, or natural phenomena.
I know this. I studied that in college. The word is anthropomorphism.
Yeah.
Basically it means human.
Well, all right, I write that down. Can you spell that for me?
Anthropomorphism. ANTHROPOMORPHISM.
No, I meant spell human.
Just forget it. What's the next one?
All right. A 13-letter word that describes a relationship by blood or common ancestor.
My guess would be consanguinity.
Well, that's all right if you don't know it. Take a guess anyhow.
No, Sadie, that's my answer. Consanguinity. It means kinship. CONSANGUINITY.
Of course. Kinship. Oh, but doesn't that start with a K rather than a C?
Sadie, I wasn't spelling kinship. I was spelling consent. Just never mind. Go see who's at the door.
All right, dear.
How do you do? It is always a pleasure to address the future purchaser of a Tru-Tone Dictaphone, which I am here to demonstrate. It is so simple. Suppose we are working late one night, and a brilliant thought occurs to us. We simply grab the Tru-Tone Dictaphone and place it into our left hand. And
not
you take
another
the microphone.
salesman. Wait a minute, Sadie. Let me handle this. Sir, we're not interested.
Oh,
Thank you, but
now,
no.
Sam, don't be rude. At least let the gentleman finish his sales pitch. You go ahead, sir.
How do you do? It is always a pleasure to address the future purchaser
Wait
of
a
a
minute.
Tru-Tone
You said
Dictaphone.
that part already. Skip that part. Move ahead.
Well, gee, mister, I can't.
What do you mean you can't?
Well, this is the way they taught me to spiel it down at the factory. And if I don't say it in proper order, I get all mixed up. It don't take long, honestly, mister.
Oh, well, that's quite all right. You say it the way you learned.
How do you do? It is always a pleasure to address the future purchaser of a Tru-Tone dictaphone, which I am here to demonstrate. Ah, it is so simple. Suppose we are working late one night and a brilliant thought occurs to us.
And isn't that always the case? I always get my best ideas to me at the nighttime. That's why I keep a pad of paper and a pencil right on my nightstand.
I beg your pardon?
Oh, I was just saying I'm very brilliant. And my best ideas come to me at the nighttime.
Sure. So grabbing the Tru-Tone, a future purchaser... How do you do? It is always a pleasure to address the future purchaser of a Tru-Tone dictaphone, which I am here to demonstrate. Ah, it is so simple. You simply...
It's not sounding so simple to me.
Sadie, please let the man finish. That way I can throw him out. Go ahead, Tru-Tone.
How do you do? It is always a pleasure to address the future purchaser of a Tru-Tone dictaphone,
Well, now, wait a minute, Sam. Why would you throw him out? That's rude.
Sadie, please.
How do you do? It is always a pleasure to address the future purchaser of a Tru-Tone...
I'm just saying, I think he's very nice.
How do you do? It is always a pleasure to address the future purchaser
Thank you.
of a Tru-Tone...
Well, you gotta admit, the man's persistent.
Persistent? Oh, you mean persisting, especially in spite of obstacles, oppositions, discouragement, and or persevering, enduring, lasting tenaciously?
What?
Well, the definition of persistent. My goodness, Sam, you really are bad in English. You should get yourself one of those dictaphones so you can hear yourself speak. If only we knew where to find one.
How do you do? It is always a pleasure to address the future purchaser of a Tru-Tone dictaphone.
Persistent.